The price of Bitcoin is $30,009 right now. We've been consolidating for 24 hours, but I believe the play is actually not on Bitcoin. I believe the play to be had right now is on the price of Ethereum. If we look at Ethereum on the 5-minute chart, we've again had this period of consolidation, but when we look at Ethereum's Bitcoin value, it is still right down in the dumps. If we look at it on the hourly chart, Bitcoin's Ethereum value has got absolutely trashed over the course of the past 2 weeks now, and I think that is all about to change. In today's video, I'm going to explain how I have changed my positions over the course of the past 24 hours. I've actually altered them. I've reduced my Bitcoin and I've of course increased my Ethereum. I'm going to show you how I've done that and why I've done that in today's video. And of course, we're going to be looking at the altcoin market, checking back in on the price of XTP, which continues its ascent towards 40 Satoshis. It is getting hot in the markets right now. Everything is starting to pick up. And of course, we've got some crypto news for you as well today. So if you wouldn't mind, drop a like on today's video. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to the TMG Trades YouTube channel, which is this one that you're watching right now. I'd appreciate it. It means so much to me, and it does help out the YouTube algorithm as well, especially if you're new and you subscribe. Also, leave a comment down below with your thoughts on what you think is going to happen to Bitcoin. And of course, let's crack on with what's going on right now. Ethereum's versus Bitcoin's value has been getting absolutely slaughtered. This is going to come to an end soon. Let me show you why this is going to come to an end soon. Let's look at it on the 4-hour chart. We have got right here, in fact, if I'm to show you where we've got these levels of support that are sitting, basically we've come down and we've retested. There's another level of support. We've bounced back to the upside. That's a good sign. At the same time, we've bounced to the upside of this lower level of support. It is starting to show some support on the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart. I don't think we'll actually make it as low as the lower level here that I was discussing in a previous video. And if we look at where that lower level has touched in the past, I mean, we need to go over to the daily chart, but it's been a very, very, very long time since we've been back down at the bottom of this purple band right here. The last time we were back down at this bottom of the purple band was in October 2021. Basically 2 years ago, we were back down at that level, and we've not been this low in Ethereum's Bitcoin value in an incredibly long period of time, apart from earlier this year when the markets were crashing. I believe that is, March 2023. But apart from earlier this year when the markets were crashing, no, we've not really been that low. And so in terms of Ethereum's actual value, in terms of its US dollar price, I just think that Ethereum is going to start rallying against Bitcoin. There's several reasons for this. The key one being, there has never actually been as much Ethereum locked as there is right now. If you understand what happened when Ethereum 2.0 came out, and we had the 32 Ethereum that you can stake and then earn interest on by staking them on Ethereum 2.0, the Ethereum is currently deflationary. There is more Ethereum transactions going through the network, which is reducing the supply of Ethereum, because every time Ethereum is sent, part of the transaction fee is burned, and that was part of the upgrade as well. So since Ethereum has switched to being a deflationary currency, there is less and less supply of it. The market has not caught up with all of this yet. The market has not realized that Ethereum is currently a deflationary currency. The market has not realized that Ethereum is probably the most adopted cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin. But of course, it probably rivals Bitcoin in terms of its user base. I know a lot of people that use Ethereum and don't use Bitcoin at all. I mean, me myself, which one do I use more commonly? Ethereum. Of course I use Ethereum more commonly. I just think that the fundamentals on Ethereum right now are very, very strong. And when looking at the price, it's not being reflected in the price for an extended period of time. If we look at it on the daily chart and actually just measure the pump that Ethereum has had versus the pump that Bitcoin has had over the course of the past week, the size of the Ethereum pump from bottom to where it is right now is about 15%. Whereas if we do the exact same calculation on the price of Bitcoin, open up the daily chart, go from bottom to where we are right now, I don't know what this is going to come out as. It's going to be interesting. Let's have a look. There we go. Yeah, Bitcoin, 20%. So Ethereum has pumped 5% less than the price of Bitcoin over the course of the past week. So Ethereum has lost 5% of its value against Bitcoin. It's pretty shocking, really, when you could think about that, considering that Ethereum is potentially, it is a much more useful asset class. It's just that Bitcoin has had the Bitcoin ETF filing. And because of the Bitcoin ETF filing, you've got people like the Barclays, ex-Barclays CEO, praising BlackRock Bitcoin ETF filing. Crypto growth is just a natural part of increasing digitized world, says Bob Diamond. We've just seen it all over the media that Bitcoin, like for example in CNBC the other day, Bitcoin rallies to touch the highest level since April as traders get bullish on ETF news. It's just been all over the place recently. Even in Crypto Saving Expert, Bitcoin traders bag $537 million profit as price crosses $30,000. It has been everywhere, and Ethereum just hasn't been getting that same kind of coverage. I just think that's about to flip. In my experience of trading these markets over the past few years, generally, Bitcoin runs for about a week. Then Ethereum plays catch up. I just expect that next week, or maybe even over the course of this weekend, bearing in mind that Ethereum doesn't tend to listen to CME gaps and Bitcoin does, it could mean that basically over the course of this weekend, we end up with a stagnant price in Bitcoin, hovering around that $30,000 level, not really doing so much, and then Ethereum is throwing in these 1, 2, 3% a day candles on its Bitcoin pairing, and thus the value of it is rising against the value of Bitcoin, and therefore the dollar value of Ethereum should rise. Now, in terms of what we would be expecting from a chart pattern on the price of Ethereum right now, well, let me show you what we could potentially be expecting for looking at this. Basically, Ethereum needs to break above this level of resistance right here. Now, this level of resistance is currently sat around $1,930. If we break above $1,930 and we break a close a one-day candle above that level, that really opens up these $2,000 levels. And it's been a very long time since we've experienced $2,000 Ethereum. The last time we experienced it was in May 2023, but before that, I mean, that was only for a couple of days. Before that, it was in March, and then before that, well, it's been like basically since the last bull market. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. If we go over to the daily chart right now and see how this is performing, I'm just pretty excited. We got that bullish bounce off of the outside of this level of support right here. That bullish bounce is now converting itself into what potentially could be a huge move to the upside, and that is why I've positioned myself fairly heavily long on the price of Ethereum right now. $1.1 million, well, we're out there, $1.2 million long position on Ethereum right now. I think that it is the position that I should be in. I am a little bit below my entry. I've been scaling this in. So I started scaling it in around here and then continued scaling it in as the price has been dropping. And so currently my average entry is around $1,894 with the current price being $1,880. I'm around $14 below my entry. So it's not the world's best entry, but again, the opportunity is better for you guys watching this video right now. I'm $14 below my entry, but at the same time, that's converting into an $8,000 loss right now. I don't think that $8,000 loss is going to be on the table all day. I think that, to be honest, throughout the course of today, it's probably going to start rising back to the upside, because I think that we've already started to see on a macro scale that Ethereum is already starting the bounce. If you look at what it's been doing recently, it's been showing increasing levels of support. So for the past 3 days now, it's really been struggling to break below this level. And we're tussling with it. We're forming a higher low here. At the same time, yes, technically a bear flag. Technically, we should break to the downside. But failing a break to the downside on Ethereum today, and it looks so much stronger than what it has been doing in recent weeks. So from my perspective, Ethereum is looking just pretty good right now, as I've kind of explained it in great detail. Other things that are looking pretty good right now is, of course, XTP. XTP currently sat at 19 Satoshis. It's looking very, very healthy right now. If we actually look at the order book, there's a wall here at 20 Satoshis on the order book of 6 million. And apart from that, there's nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. We like 6-7 Bitcoins takes the price all the way up to like 36 Satoshis. So it could be a very significant price increase as people get more and more excited about it. It's happy to see, for me, that we are having some price consolidation at these levels. It's kind of like bull flagging outwards, which is great to see. You want to see rise up in price, consolidation, and then continued rise up in price. You don't just want to see, oh, let's go to the moon. Doesn't make sense for that to happen, because then you end up with some significant selling pressure. You want to see going up, trading sideways a little bit, and then breaking back to the upside as those bull flags play out. So it's nice to see that XTP's price is having some positive impact right now. And there we go. It's just starting its price increase. Everything is just starting to pump all of a sudden, which is pretty good news. Let's check in on my Bitcoin trade if it wants to load. See how that's getting along. $3,130 is the current price. I am currently now only $940,000 long on the price of Bitcoin. But Bitcoin, for whatever reason, just pumped pretty significantly in a 2-minute span. So hopefully that continues throughout the rest of the day. And I'm pretty confident in my Ethereum analysis that this one's going to play out quite well. The other trade that I've got open right now is on one USDT. I think that just scaling into small, like again, this is only a $45,000 position, just starting to scale into small altcoin positions. Look, if Ethereum's price is going to increase, the altcoin market's going to increase. So why wouldn't I scale into some leverage long positions? They cost me a couple $1,000s to open them. And And at the end of the day, if they don't pay out, then I'll only lose a couple of $1,000s. But if they do pay out, then I'll make tens of thousands. So that's, from my perspective, the risk reward on altcoin positions right now on BYBIT is pretty strong. And if you want to trade, check out BYBIT. You'll find a link for it in today's video description. The final thing to mention in today's video is, of course, the 3-month altcoin challenge portfolio, now worth $42,715. It's been fluctuating around a little bit. Basically, best performer in the portfolio up 51.67%. XTP up $4,200. DAFI up 30% at $1,839. Again, both of them doing really well over the past 24 hours, and everything else just suffering just a little bit. But I'll be updating you on the main channel today as to what changes I'm making to that, and it's going to get exciting. So make sure you've slapped like on this video, make sure you are subscribed to the channel. If you want to learn more about trading, click on the trading tutorial on the screen right now, and check out the link for BYBIT in today's video description if you want up to $30,000 for free when you first start trading on BYBIT. If you already have a BYBIT account, still, you can make a new one, get the bonus. Final link for it in today's video description. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.